India is a country where states were formed based on language. So language is not only used as a tool of communication, it is identity. People in Tamil Nadu speaks Tamil, whereas people in Kerala speaks Malayalam, and people in Karnataka speaks Kannada, and people in Telangana and Andhra speaks Telugu. So, when state decides to promote its own native language of the state, is there anything wrong in it? And recently, Kerala has passed its Malayalam language bill, which has become a huge debate and huge controversy. So, let's understand what is this Malayalam language bill and why it has been passed and why the neighboring state CM, that is Karnataka CM Siddaramaiah, is opposing this bill. Let's get all the answers. Welcome to Youturn and this is Nandini Madheshwaran. So to understand this, we must know what is this Malayalam language bill. The Malayalam bill was passed by the Kerala Legislative Assembly on October 6 of 2025, making Malayalam the official language for state purposes and made mandatory that Malayalam will be the first language of Kerala's government school students from class 1 to 10th. So this made into a huge debate and huge controversy. But the main aim of the bill is to make Malayalam the official working language of Kerala, and also to promote Malayalam in government offices, in official documents, in education, and to communicate with people. And this is not something new, it is actually normal, because Tamil Nadu uses Tamil officially and Karnataka uses Kannada officially, whereas Telangana and Andhra uses Telugu officially. So, the same way, Kerala making Malayalam the official language is completely a normal and constitutional one. The Indian Constitution itself at the Article 345 says that the subject to the provisions of Articles 346 and 347, the legislature of a state may adopt any one or more of the language in use in the state, or Hindi as the language or languages to be used for any of the official purposes of that state. So the constitution itself allows the state to choose its own official language. The second thing people ask is, why did Kerala pass this bill all of a sudden? So this was not passed all of a sudden. In fact, the Kerala government attempted to introduce this bill in 2017 itself, but it withdrew due to the widespread opposition from Kannadigas. And now it was again reframed and passed in 2015. And there are three main reasons to pass this bill. First is to protect its native language, because English is widespread everywhere throughout the country. And the Kerala government believes that Malayalam must survive as a living language, not just only in literature but also in governance of daily life. And the second thing is administrative clarity. By using Malayalam as the official language, the government thinks that it would be very helpful for the people to understand the government schemes and to access the public services. And it also makes to communicate with the higher officials easily on their local language. And the third is cultural identity. Language is identity. Kerala wants the future generations to stay connected with Malayalam history, identity and culture. So the intention of this bill is language protection and not language imposition. But the biggest question is, what about linguistic minorities? Yes, of course, it is a main and important question. Kerala has its linguistic minorities, especially in Kasaragod district. Many of the people there speaks Kannada, Tulu, Konkani and Urdu. But now here is the fact. The Kerala government clearly included a clause saying that the linguistic minorities can choose their own language and the minority students can have or can choose Kannada or any other language as their first language in schools. So therefore, minority institutions are obviously protected. And this is already allowed in the Article 29 and 30 of the Constitution and the National Education Policy. So no child is being forced to abandon their mother language. And the Kerala CM himself said that there is no language imposition and minorities' linguistics will definitely be protected. Then the question is, if protection exists, then what is the problem? Why the Karnataka Chief Minister is opposing this bill? Siddaramaiah says that it definitely affects the Kannada-speaking students living in Kasaragod and it affects the linguistic freedom. But here is the contradiction. Karnataka already has its own Kannada Language Act that was passed early as 1963, and it also has Kannada Language Learning Act that was passed in 2015, which make the Karnataka students to compulsorily choose Kannada as their first language in schools from class 1 to 10. Karnataka also mandates Kannada in administration, and Karnataka strongly promotes Kannada. If so, Karnataka promotes Kannada, it is called as pride. But when Kerala promotes Malayalam, it is called language imposition. So if the bill already allows the minorities to study their mother tongue, then opposing it creates unnecessary fear. And Karnataka Border Areas Development Authority submitted a memorandum to Kerala Governor on January 7th of 2026 seeking a halt to and reconsideration of the legislation. So we must understand that states in India are based on language. So protecting the native language of the state is nothing wrong in it, and it's absolutely natural. But we must also consider about the linguistic minorities. Minorities' rights must be protected and mother tongue education must be continued, and Kerala's bill does both the things. So instead of spreading panic, leaders must read the clauses properly and respect the federal principles. Language pride should not become language politics. So promoting Malayalam does not mean that it opposes Kannada. At the same time, promoting Tamil does not mean it opposes Hindi. India survives because it respects diversity, not because it fears it. Thanks for watching and see you in the next video.